21 minutes past 9 on ABC North and West and across the Eyre Peninsula. Georgia Roberts here, keeping you company. Well, Port Augusta's youth bus program has set out an 8-week challenge for young people to encourage them to stay home during COVID-19, even reaching out to them using social platform TikTok. Scott Cugley from the Salvation Army Run program joins us to discuss some of these challenges, and maybe we'd even get him to explain what TikTok is. Good morning, Scott.
How are you?
Good, thank you. So tell us, Scott, who are the Port Augusta Youth Bus?
Yeah, so effectively the Youth Bus is a transport service that runs in Port Augusta to help young people, to be safe at night time and to help them get home to a place that's safe and comfortable for them. We work in collaboration with another youth program called Connected Horizons in Port Augusta, and over the COVID restrictions period, we've tried to look at different ways that we can continue to engage with young people and in some meaningful activity.
So tell us about this 8-week challenge. So you set this to make sure kids wouldn't be out and about during COVID-19?
Yeah, so it's to encourage young people to stay at home and to provide information around the importance of keeping themselves well and safe and the impact that would have also on their family members and friends. We've all got a responsibility to do the right thing and adhere to the social distancing and health regulations. And so it was twofold in wanting to help to provide that information to young people who may or may not have that available, but also to provide some meaningful activities that could be done in the home as opposed to needing to go out.
So was the bus still able to run during COVID-19?
Yeah, so we had to restrict our ability to do that. So obviously within the bus we had to minimise the number of participants that might be on the bus at any one time. And obviously, use of hand sanitising, temperature checks and, the questions around, whether the young person's unwell or, be in contact with anyone that's unwell before we provide the transport.
So in terms of the 8-week challenge, so the things that you set out for these kids, it's quite hard to connect with kids sometimes, Scott. Did you find that it was, easy to use TikTok as a way to do that?
Yeah, look, I think we tried to look at platforms and areas of interest that youth in particular were already operating in, and TikTok was one of those. I probably haven't spent a huge amount of time on that prior to this, so it's been interesting to sort of get a sense of what youth are, finding entertaining, and it's, some quite creative stuff on there, and I know that has to be balanced out with, some of the stuff that might not be so positive, but, we tried to focus on the positive side of things and to get young people to be creative and to share that with others.
So what were some of the challenges?
Yeah, look, we put together a range of different things. Some of those had art focuses. We had a music challenge where we encouraged young people to have a go at learning some chords on a guitar. We had a family and cultural connection challenge, so the idea of discussing with your family or your carers, a bit of your family background and history and sharing that. We had a cooking challenge where young people were given a couple of simple ingredients to make a pizza base and have a go at cooking that at home and sending in, pictures or a video of them doing that, and a Lego challenge as well. So the idea of building something. So yeah, it was fairly creative, I think, in terms of the tasks that were set.
Scott, what do you think the importance is of challenging and engaging with kids, especially at a time like the one we're going through at the moment?
I think the important thing, particularly in COVID, is that reminder that, young people aren't alone, like they're not isolated, even though, the terms we use quite strongly around self-isolation and all that sort of thing. So I think it's about maintaining a sense of connectedness to your peer group, to support services or other activities that you might have been in. Lots of activities were cut off from young people, and Port Augusta has a fairly sport-oriented community. So it's important to feel connected and to feel like you can still experience life even though those restrictions are in place.
Do you think that you'll continue the challenges now? Is it something that won't go away, Scott?
Yeah, look, for us, we've learnt a lot in just a short space of time, and we can see the importance that social media has for young people. That needs to also be balanced out with the idea of, learning how to connect with people, face to face and all those sorts of things. But I think there's, a lot that can still be done in that social media space, and we're making a commitment to looking at how we can continue to do some of that into the future.
So, Scott, we won't see you on TikTok doing any dances anytime soon?
Dance is definitely not my forte, but I do have some talented staff members who, have taken up the challenge themselves as well. So, yeah.
We'll have to maybe pop online and have a look at that. Scott Cugley, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Scott Cugley there, Manager of Community Services with the Salvation Army, also working in conjunction with Port Augusta's Youth Bus, an 8-week challenge they did, encouraging kids to stay home during COVID-19, even using TikTok, if you've heard of that app. It's a video sharing app. Kids are all on it. I sometimes waste a bit of time on there myself. It's 28 minutes past